One of my viewers who watched a video about various MP3, MP4 related players asked me a question actually about the Rio Karma and was asking what is the best way to get songs off of the Rio. So he mentioned that his father had one of these and obviously had it loaded up with various stuff, and he was just asking what's the best way to take that off in kind of 2024, because obviously times have moved on and computers change, software becomes outdated, and I just really wanted to just mention the 3 ways that I would approach this problem. So the first thing that you can do, if you haven't got the dock, for example, you've got the player, you'll notice you've got a standard old school kind of USB 2 port on there. That's one of the really early connectors, but there's plenty of cables like that around. You would also need to make sure that you can power this up using a small DC in there. But what you can do, if you've got an old enough computer, so I'm talking Windows XP or even older, maybe Windows 98, dare say, then you could probably, if you've got the drivers for this on a CD, or if you haven't, you can go to the Internet Archive and you can download them there. But in theory, you should be able to install those drivers, connect this up to USB, and then take songs off of this or put songs onto it. So that's the first approach. The second approach, which is the one I'm going to show you now, which does require the dock, is to use Ethernet. So on the back there's a Ethernet out, and what you can do is you can plug this into your internet router, so it becomes a device on your network essentially, and then it's quite straightforward to browse to this in an internet browser and then open some software up to start browsing for the music. What you need to do first though is you need to go into the settings. You need to just hold this down for a few seconds and just configure your internet, kind of, not internet, but you know, your IP address type stuff. So anyway, let's go into here and look for network. Now what I did is I did straightforward turning off this DHCP. So I didn't want it to come up with a random IP address. I thought it'd be much easier if I was to give it an IP address. So you can see I've said manual there, so that's fine, done. Now the IP address that I put in, and it's going to be different for everyone, but I did 192.168.1, and then the next number is important. You don't want that to conflict with any of your other devices, so I've just used 5 on there. So then I've gone done, and then net mask should be 255.255.255.0. Default gateway. Now, not sure if this was required, but I did just put down what the PC was using. So if you use IP config, you can see what your default gateway is. So that's what I did there. And then password, I just took the password off, because I'm just using this internally, so I figured it's going to be a lot easier to browse to this thing if there's no password set. So that's what I did. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to plug this in to my router upstairs and turn the computer on here and just see if I can browse to this. Here I've powered it on and connected it using this Ethernet cable, so a straight Ethernet cable to the back of the router. So it's sat there, hopefully on the network. in your internet browser of your computer, this is a Windows 10 computer by the way, but it should work for your Windows 11s out there or anything else. I've put in 192.168.1.5 and I'm presented with this Rio, welcome to Rio page. Now, I've already got Java, so I'm not going to click on that, but I'm just going to click on here. Now, I've done this before. All this does is it downloads a Java file from your Rio. So here it is. What you have to do is just double click on that. And then it comes up with two different versions here. Now, I did try Rio Taxi Lite. That one seemed to be taking a while to read everything off the Rio. So this one seems to work pretty well actually. So if you click on here, it's asking again for your IP address. So we know that. I've already put that in from before, but let's just do it. Now it's querying the 20 gigabyte disk. So you can see some music in here. What you can do is, say if I want to take off Abbey Road, the Beatles, I can now go save as, and it will basically ask me to find a place for that, a folder, and then I just basically select that and it downloads that straight off the Rio. So I'm not going to just show you that because that's quite straightforward. What you can do is you can actually put songs on. So you can go transfer songs. And the last one I did was this new album here, The. And then it's just a case of selecting the folder, clicking open, and then it goes away and does it for you. So it's really, really straightforward. It's a little bit slow, but then if you're not doing too much, or you're only doing this as a one-time exercise, then it's not that bad at all. You know, it works really well. So that's how I would get music on and off of this Rio myself in 2024. Now the final approach, I would say, is if you haven't got the dock, you haven't got a really old computer that you want to use, then you probably need to open up the actual Rio, look to see how the hard disk is connected, and there'll be plenty of people on eBay who are selling various adapters and things, and it'd be a case of just taking that disk out very carefully and connecting it directly. Hopefully it'll be in a format that your computer can read. You may have to go onto other sites looking for software if it's not stored that information in FAT32, for example. So it could be that it's stored in EXTF format, so you may need a particular program to help you get the music off that way. But I would say if you've got the dock, then the second approach is going to be the way that you want to go in 2024. Thank you for watching this video. Please can you like and subscribe, and I'll make some more videos in the future. Bye for now.